Anyways, hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be going to the movies to watch Captain Marvel. You know, I've been hearing a lot of controversy going around about this movie. You know, there was an official boycott that was happening for people to not go and see the film.
And why is that?
Well, I don't know, because the movie hadn't even come out yet before people wanted to boycott it. So it's like, well, I think it has to do with, you know, as usual, politics. But I mean, I like to think me and Joseph are pretty neutral people about this sort of thing. We kind of leave our politics at the door for the most part. You know, we're going in with open minds. We're leaving our politics at the door, what little we have to begin with.
Right.
And we're going to give this movie a chance, because that's what every movie deserves.
I don't know. It's a Marvel film.
Well, I think it's just one of those acts of, you know, if people do something way overblown, and then people go and do that thing for themselves. You know, like, have you ever met a person that's like, oh, this movie's fucking terrible, it's the worst thing I've ever seen, and they just go on and on and on and on about it, and then you finally sit down and you watch the movie and you go, oh, it's nowhere near as bad as what you're making out to be. Like, have you ever had a situation like that? In terms of like superhero movies, the way people have made this out to be, you know, there's a lot of people that are like, oh, this movie's just terrible, and they equate that as being, this superhero is going to be terrible. But, you know, if memory serves me correct, I'm pretty sure the first Captain America movie was pretty terrible. I mean, you know, they had that big, really lazily and sloppily done CGI battle in the infinite tunnel hangar in the mountain with a big giant CGI Nazi army shooting lasers at the big giant CGI American army shooting their machine guns, and it looked pretty bad.
Yeah.
It was really bad. And this isn't to say that Captain America isn't any good. He is one of my favorite Avengers, yeah. And you know, all of the Captain America movies that came out afterwards were, in my opinion, just objectively better.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that the first one wasn't bad. And it also doesn't mean that just because the first one's bad, it makes Captain America bad. So how about, even if this movie isn't that great for whatever reason, we give Captain Marvel at least another chance in Endgame.
Right.
Because some of these superheroes need 2 or 3 movies to finally get into their role and really be like as important as other people. And you know, you can't compare some of the, like, this superhero that we just got within this last month to the superheroes that we've had multiple movies of over the course of 10 years.
Right.
That's not fair. So, we're going to go in, we're going to watch it, and we're going to tell you what we think.
Fantastic.
Fantastic, yep.
2 hours later.
Alright, anyways, so hey guys, we just got out of the theater. We watched the movie, and I just have one single question for those who boycott this movie. Are you on crack? Like, do you just wake up in the morning and you get a big old bowl of crackios in your system? Seriously, what is your deal? Maybe it's like what I said earlier, where, you know, you overblow something so much that when you see it in person, it's nowhere near as bad as what it's being made out to be. But I mean, I sat there, I watched the whole movie. I had a great time. I don't know what the deal is. What is there even to say at this point? I mean, the movie, I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was fine.
Yeah, the movie was good.
I'd say there was a few inconsistencies, and my biggest complaint, sorry to cut you off. Okay, so I guess my biggest complaint about the movie, because it's not perfect, I'm not going to say that at all. There's definitely some problems with the movie. I feel like there's a few inconsistencies with Captain Marvel's powers. Like, there's times where her strengths seem to flex, where she struggles one minute and then she just blows through objects the next. And I feel like the biggest problem has to do with a couple of pretty wooden performances. Like, my 3 main goals to enjoy a movie is good acting, good storytelling, And if they have it, good CGI. That, you know, that's it. And in this, I mean, there's some times where it's pretty obvious that someone probably wasn't getting paid enough to give a shit, but it's like, well, anyways, it just was really off-putting at times. So that was my biggest complaint. Joseph, the floor is yours.
I don't know. There was only the one actress that I felt like didn't really do a great job.
Yeah, that one.
And I think it's very apparent which actress that is, because all of her performances, like, there are scenes where anybody in the situation would have a much more excitable personality about it. Like, it's intense situations going on, and she's just kind of talking like she would to a normal person in the situations, and you really don't feel like she's really aware of the situation.
Yeah, it's like there's really dangerous situations going on, and the way this one person is talking to Captain Marvel, I mean, it sounds like she's having a nice chat over a ham sandwich. I mean, it's. I'd also have to say, leading up to going to see this movie, all I ever heard from people who do not like this film, they're talking about political agendas being shoved down your throat, and I was like looking for it, because I was like, okay, I've heard so much about these political agendas, and I'm sitting there like, okay, looking, okay, that might be something.
It's literally...
That might be something. I mean, if you squint really hard, that could be looked at as something.
The only political agenda being pushed is that the lead character is a woman.
Yeah, and it's just like, well, how is it that this female character in this Marvel movie is being portrayed any different than the comic book character?
Right,
you know?
and that's kind of the thing, is because she's actually not any more or less powerful than she was in the comics, from what I understand. I haven't read the comics, but she was a god in the comic book series, and this movie really didn't do any different than portray her as such. And it's just a little ridiculous to me that people are pushing or wanting to boycott, because they're tired of the lady leads, even though it's really not that big of a deal.
Yeah, and it's like, are you just going to boycott every single Marvel movie or superhero movie that just so happens to be about a female superhero?
Yeah.
It's
just silly.
And it's like, it just sounds to me like someone's definitely pushing some sort of agenda, but it's not the Marvel movie of anything. I mean, not nearly as hard as the people boycotting.
Right.
Then again, I might be biased because I'm going into this like putting my politics at the door, and I just don't really care what's going on, because it's just like, this is a superhero movie. Everything that's happening on that screen is automatically absurd. So there's nothing there that I particularly disagree with. It's just, yay, superhero movie saving the world. Okay, great. So I guess overall, I mean, I'd probably give it a 7, but 7 out of 10. What would you give it?
I'd give it an 8 out of 10.
You know, I gotta say, I mean, I really enjoyed myself watching the film. I mean, I understand that there are flaws, but, you know, no movie is perfect, and especially no Marvel movie is perfect. I honestly don't see what all the hype of hate is for this movie. There's nothing really in it that I think is too overdone, especially for a Marvel film. I mean, I really enjoyed myself, and I kind of want, and I really want to see what Captain Marvel does in Endgame, which she's going to be in. So I'm looking forward to see that. Joseph, any final thoughts?
No, that pretty much sums it up. Yeah, it was a good movie.
All I could recommend is that if you're determined not to go see it, I guess don't go see it. But if you're willing to give the movie a chance, I'd say go and watch it. I feel like you will be pleasantly surprised. That's all the time we got for today. I hope you guys like this video. If you want to see more, please give me a subscribe. If you like this video, give me a like, and I'll see you all next time. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Me.
Sure are, buddy. You sure are.
You mean like Paris Hilton? She's dumb, right?
No.
Paris Hilton isn't dumb?
Not that I'm aware of.
Pretty sure she has a porno.
She did have a leaked sex tape, yes. That is what she's popular for.
You are so white because I say porno and you're like, yes, yes, she has a leaked sex. You're a fucking politician, you son of a bitch.
That's literally what it is.
It's a porno!
It's not.
It's a porno! There's boobies on screen! It is a porno!
That doesn't make any sense.
You don't make any sense!
Fuck you. Basic bitch.
Hold my fucking hand!
No!
I get tongue-tied sometimes. Like, I don't know, like a stiff tongue. I don't know why I can't. Fucking.
Continue.
Yes.